in Nevada, every one of them got a mail-in ballot. It is the #1 way to vote here in this county, mail-in ballot. And you have until Saturday. It has to be postmarked by yesterday, but as long as it arrives by Saturday, it will be counted, and it would have taken that long anyway. Deanna Boris, back to you.
The counting is methodical. There is no room for error, and we're just reminding viewers and everyone in the country watching this that patience is a virtue, especially when it comes to our elections. Gary Tuchman, thank you. Well, money is pouring into Georgia as the state Senate race heads to a runoff. Today, the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee announced a $7 million investment to boost incumbent Raphael Warnock.
And it's not just money pouring in, it's some familiar faces as well. We want to take you to the Peach State now, and CNN's Nick Valencia, who's live for us in Canton. Nick, Republican challenger Herschel Walker is going to be joined by Senator Ted Cruz at a rally tonight. Both parties pulling out all the stops less than a month before voters go right back to the polls.
And we're seeing this doubling down in investment from both parties in these respective campaigns as they begin this, this next long 4 weeks of campaigning in this runoff. And it was earlier today that incumbent Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock kicked off things just about a block or so away from his church, Ebenezer Baptist. And he has painted this previously, this choice between Herschel Walker and himself, as not so much a choice between a Republican and a Democrat, as much as it is a moral choice between right and wrong. And it was earlier today, standing in front of a mural of famed civil rights icon John Lewis, that he appeared to make a plea to those voters who may not have voted for him in the midterms.
I'm going to need you to stick with me for 4 more weeks. Can we do that? They are going to throw every dollar at us that they can, every lie, every attack. But I think we have something better. We have the truth, and we have hope for the future.
And later this evening at 6:30, we will begin to see the start of that Republican leadership cavalry coming to town to stump for Herschel Walker when he's joined by Senator Ted Cruz when he kicks off things for his runoff campaigning. One of the big questions, though, after Tuesday is whether or not we will see Walker begin to distance himself from former President Donald Trump. Will Donald Trump show up here in Georgia in the next 4 weeks, or will we see Walker begin to distance himself as we've seen other Republicans start to do since Tuesday? Boris, Bianna?
That is a fascinating point. Nick Valencia, live from Canton. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, some good economic news. Inflation cooled much more than expected last month. Wall Street sure is loving the news, but what does it mean for you? We'll tell you up next.
And some in conservative media are pulling no punches on former President Donald Trump. They are touting Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis as the Republican Party's future. We'll discuss next.